Stack, I'm assuming it's gonna be morning. Stack morning, Mamre Huso, and today you will be listening to Group 2's interpretation of Genesis chapter 1. Let us start with Adrian.
God formed the heavens and the earth in the beginning. Now the world was formless and black, and the darkness was upon the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was upon the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness.
The light was called by God day, and the darkness was called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters, was said by God. And the firmament was made by God, and the waters were divided which were under the firmament from the water which were above the firmament, and it was so. And the firmament was called by God heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day.
And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. The dry ground was called land by God, and the gathered waters was called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. Vegetation was produced on the land, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it, according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good.
And verse 13 said, "There was evening and then there was morning." Essentially, the third day. And then in verse 14, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate night from day." And so God in verse 14 created the concept of time. And 15, "Let them be the lights in the vaults of the sky to give light on the earth," them pertaining to moon and sun. As further explained by verse 16, God made two great lights, the greater light, or also known as the sun, to govern the day, and the moon, a reflection of the sun, to govern the night. After then, he also made tiny little friends called the stars.
And then God had set them in the field of heavens to give light upon the world, to rule over day and night, and to distinguish the light from the dark. God saw that it was fine. It was the evening and morning on the fourth day, and said, "Let the waters swarm with swarms of living things, and let the birds rise in the open field of the heavens above the earth."
God created sea creatures and winged beings. Eden saw it was good. Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase in earth. It was said by God. On the fifth day there was evening and morning. God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds."
God made the wild animals, the livestock, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image to rule over the creatures of the earth." So God created mankind in his own image, male and female he created them. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Rule over the fish and the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground."
Then God said, "Every seed-bearing plant and every tree that has fruit with seed in it will be yours for food. And to every creature that breathes, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. The story of the creation of the universe, often referred to as the greatest of all possible miracles. End of the book of Genesis, chapter 1.